Sage up. It's like sage me. We really need it. Okay, let me light this sage up. It's like sage me. Let me cut this down. Here we go. Okay, getting feedback there. Okay, it looks like we're live. And I am going to go ahead and put this here. Put my info, in case you don't know the website. Astrology, a look inside.com. All right. Okay, so I put that there. Hello to all. Okay. I have not been promoting this week. I am so not on it, but it's understandable, and I'm going to talk about it. Just getting just going to sage a little bit here. I need it. Okay. Just light that up, get a little bit more smoke. I feel like I should ground. I really do. I feel like I should ground in. Because, well, there's a couple of reasons why. Let me go ahead and get started. Okay, so one of the couple of things going on, you guys. We're going to have that buck moon in Capricorn, right? The buck moon is coming up on the 5th. I mean, basically. And yeah, I'm a double Capricorn. I'm not happy about it, but it's coming. And we should be aware that it's coming and prepare for it. I hope that you guys can hear me. If anyone's out there, if you have trouble hearing me, let me know, because I'm trying to use the cam instead of my microphone tonight. And if you can't hear me, or just let me know, and I'll fix that. But yeah, we've got some major things going on. I'm going to pull up the actual chart right now so we can talk about where the planets are. And I hope you guys can hear me. I'm trying it without the microphone because I've heard people say they can't really hear me with the microphone, or that the microphone sounds muffled. I'm not sure, but if anyone can give me feedback on how I sound, or if you can hear me, or if it makes a difference at all, that would be great, because I don't know. I'm just going with a wing and a prayer here. So, okay. So when I look at this here, looking at where the planets are in the night sky right now, and as of today, the moon is officially at 1 degree of Sagittarius. We're close. It's it's almost a second now. And the sun is at 10 degrees of Cancer, and Mercury is at 9 degrees of Cancer, retrograding. But technically, the sun and Mercury are conjoined. I think there might have been a lot of communication, a lot of talk. For me personally, I can say that I've been like a post fanatic. Like, I've been on Facebook posting and posting and posting and posting. And it's funny because, like, just when I feel like there's really not anything I want to talk about, then something will come along and it'll grab my attention, and then I want to post about that. I've also been communicating a lot, to friends, family, to people I care about. So there's a lot of that going on. So, it's just one of those situations where there's a lot of posting, communication. And it's Cancer communication. So the communication would have been, well, it should have been somewhat emotional. It's Cancer. I've also talked to my daughter a lot, lots of conversations with my daughter. So Cancer also rules the home, the family, the mother, that type of thing. That moon in Sagittarius at 1 degree you know, that I actually said in one of my dailies that I believe that this moon in Sagittarius, especially like right now, where we are right now, where it's like technically sextile Saturn, which is at just over uh, 29 degrees, just inside of 29 degrees at 29:58 minutes and 18 seconds. It's officially back into Capricorn. And the funniest thing about that is I live in Seattle. And in Seattle, you know, there have been protests, like there have been in many places. But in Seattle, as of like the moment uh, that Jupiter, or excuse me, Saturn went back into Capricorn, like the moment our mayor, they came in and they shut down the chop, and you know, it was not pretty, you know, what has been happening. But I think the structure, you know, there was like a lack of structure there for a moment, and now the structure is pretty present, you know, downtown. I think it's because it's back in Capricorn, and it's going to stay there until September when it goes direct again. So we may see a sudden increase in, well, what got us here in the first place, right? A lot of restriction, constriction, authority issues, because Capricorn deals with authority issues. And yeah, we're dealing with that. And I think we're really going to feel it because it's Saturn. And Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. I mean, we barely got through Saturn in Capricorn as it was, but now it's officially back in it. So there's a lot of structures being broken down. I mean, a lot of structures are going to be broken down between now and the end of September. Be aware of that. I don't even know what those structures are. It could be anything. Heck, at the rate we're going, it could be the American, you know, politics in general. I mean, I've heard crazy things. Like there was one report that said Trump was going to fall out of the race. But, you know, since I don't know if you guys voted, but if you did on the ballot, there was one Republican, Trump. So if he bows out, there's no, they gave you no other choices. I mean, I guess that's probably the way he wanted it, assuming he was going to win. But I guess he didn't like his numbers. He was thinking about dropping out. And, you know, there's not another name there. So it should be interesting. We've got an interesting few months ahead of us. Now, I think some things may culminate on the 5th. I'm telling you guys that now. The 5th is going to be next Sunday. So I should be able to come back and talk to you guys one more time before the official buck moon, the eclipse moon that happens on the 5th. But I wanted to prepare you guys because really we're right in the shadow of it now. And so a lot of us might start feeling it now. The moon's already in Sag, leading up to like that moment when it crosses over into Cap. So look, you guys, just be aware of it. And especially when we're Sagittarius, the moon, I believe now, which it's still Wednesday here. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, most likely Sunday, because it's the eclipse, and maybe even Monday, we're most likely going to be dealing with issues around structure, authority, traditions, like held traditions, and well, you know, up until it gets into Capricorn, we're going to be hearing, I mean, you know, Sagittarius is verbal. I foresee a lot of causes, a lot of people arguing over their philosophies, over their belief systems, because Sagittarius in and of itself is about the belief systems. It's about the, you know, the dogma we have. And I really feel like a lot of what we're dealing with now is old, yucky, structured dogma. Racism in and of itself is old dogma that's been passed down from 400 or 500 years ago. That's all that is. I mean, regarding blacks and whites and that type of thing. I believe we can get over that because none of us have lived that long. So all of the stuff that we have going on, this is learned behavior. It is, you guys. It's learned behavior. And so it can be unlearned. If it was learned, it can be unlearned. Some people will say, certain things are in the DNA. We carry it through in our DNA. But I do healing now. And I'm a lot of you might know I'm studying to be a healer. And one of the things that we discuss in that is the releasing of oaths and vows and contracts to old, outdated, agreements or things that happened 3, 4, 5, 600 years ago. We are not responsible for that. And we can break off those types of oaths and vows and agreements even now in 2020 by doing the kind of healing work that I'm learning, which is sacred soul alignment or sacred soul light work. So I really want you guys to know that we are, I've heard some people say, oh, the racism just started either with Trump or with Obama. Neither one of them. I mean, it's been around forever. Let's just keep it real. I mean, and neither one of them is the harbinger of racism. And I think that some people blame Obama as though he was somehow going to be like, a magically fix it like the Lucky Charms leprechaun. How? Like, if no one else has fixed it in 600 years, hello? So that's a lot of responsibility, crazy dogma. And I think over the next few days, prepare for crazy dogma. I mean, the 4th is coming. It's going to be a little crazy. I might not even be able to do Saturday Night Lives depending on if it gets crazy or not. So I really want you guys to be aware of where we're at astrologically as far as like the dogmatic and the philosophical belief systems and Saturn retrograding and Jupiter retrograding. And by the way, Jupiter, the natural ruler of Sagittarius, in Capricorn structures. Yeah. I'm telling you, the philosophical structures will be breaking down. I'm just going to say this, you guys, stay open, stay awake, stay progressive, okay? Keep your mind expanded. Don't attach yourself to any dogma, okay? Anything you believed in, you might not believe in a month from now. But one of the things I really said, really, whatever you do, my gosh, think with your heart and always think, because we're dealing with Saturn in Aquarius, even though it's in retrograde season, it's got to spring back. Okay, so we're just in the shadow of it. We're in the retrograde period, but we're dealing with loving our brother man. That's what Aquarius is about. Saturn's the natural co-ruler of Aquarius. It comes every so often to tell us, like every 28 years, hello, love your fellow man, love your brother man. You are your brother's keeper. And I think we saw that with a lot of the protesters saying, look, I don't even know this guy, but I'm protesting because I don't think that's cool. And it may have gotten a little out of hand, but I think it was beautiful that so many people stood up. I'm just going to say that. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. Venus is at 6 degrees of Gemini. Okay, here we go again. I'm really worried. I'm really worried about between now and the end of 4th of July because, well, a lot of the protests and the problems occurred when there was a moon, I believe, that was in Sagittarius and a sun that was in Gemini. So now we're going to be dealing with a moon that's in Sagittarius and a Venus that's in Gemini. I'm hoping that with it being Venus even though it's Gemini, I'm thinking with the head, I believe the moon is going to, again, is going to be very emotional about the causes and politics. I foresee politics being very big. So anyway, you guys, just be aware of this. But Venus is not retrograde now. So it is direct. So I think hopefully there will be progress. Mars is at 2 degrees of Aries. And at this very moment, it is trying the moon at 1 degree of Sagittarius. So there might be some extra energy that some didn't have, but they might feel it right now. I'll take advantage of that over the next few hours. Jupiter's at 23 degrees of Capricorn. It's retrograding. Saturn at 29 degrees of Capricorn. It's retrograding. I talked about both of those. Uranus at 9 degrees of Taurus. And that is sextile Mercury, which is at 9 degrees of Cancer. And it's also sextile the Sun, which is at 10 degrees of Cancer. I actually don't mind that. I do think, that Jupiter sextile Mercury and the Sun, I think it's going to give us some unique takes on things, some unique thinking, some creative thinking, some out of the box thinking, maybe fixed thing kind of thinking. And I think Taurus and Cancer flow well, and maybe it'll be some actual compassionate thinking. That would be nice. Neptune is at 20 degrees of Pisces. It's retrograding. Pluto is at 24 degrees of Capricorn, and it is retrograding. I've talked about those over the last few weeks, but they're both making an aspect to that retrograding Jupiter, give or take a few degrees. And what can I say? We're going to be dealing with it for a minute. They're all retrograding until September. Let's deal with it pretty much. I think Neptune stops sooner, but yeah. And we're dealing with Capricorn and Pisces. Again, it's communicating. I think it's communicating, really kind of like higher level thought, your higher conscience or your consciousness, because it's Neptune and it's Pisces. And so Pluto likes to change and transform things. I think we've got transformation coming. Jupiter too. I mean, you realize Jupiter is only in Capricorn every 12 years. And Pluto, 84 or 96 or whatever it is. I mean, we've got some major things going on. I really hope you guys realize this. Anyway, the true note's at 29 degrees of Gemini. And, that's not doing much. It's making an inconjunct to Saturn, but if anything, I think it'll help Saturn be more creative than just being a lump, if anything. And Chiron is at 9 degrees of Aries, and that is square Mercury in the Sun. I'm telling you, there's some pain. We're going to be dealing with the pain. That's deep wounds. It's going to be touching off on those wounds, that square. I feel like here today when they shut down the chop and whatever, it was like a wound that had to be healed. It didn't start as a wound, but it became a wound. Okay, so you guys, this has been my take of where the planets are in the night sky. I'm going to come and look here. I see that I've got someone named Nav is here, and Nav asked, may I ask a question? Nav, sure. What is your question? How can I help you? Let me know what it is you need. Type it in. Give me a second. I have to run to the ladies' room. I'll be right back, and then we'll go right into helping you guys with your questions if you want a live reading. Okay? So it'll just be 1 second, and I'll cut the music up. I hope you can hear it. Okay, I am back. Let's see. Nav says, what are A, B, Sag, current feelings toward me? When will he contact me? I am a Virgo. Ooh, a Sag and a Virgo. Well, let's see. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to do just a quick love reading really quick. And then if I don't like that, I'll clarify. I'll do a regular reading, okay? So let me just look at the love cards for a second first. See what comes out for you. And I've grounded, with this crystal. I didn't do my healing like I wanted to do with you guys tonight. But this should be fine. I've got my healing crystal here, so we're fine. So let's see what these cards want to tell Nav. Hey, Medium Jessica. Hey, lady. How you doing? So glad you're here. Let me cut this music down a little. Just came back. Okay, there we go. So we are going to answer this question for Nav. Let's see. What are AB's current feelings towards Nav? Uh-oh. I see a couple of cards here. What are AB's current feelings toward Nav? I just got my answer. What are AB's current... Oh, my. What are AB's current feelings? Okay, I'm going to go with what I got here. And I saw the card right away and I thought, what? Okay, so I'm getting a vibe for what's going on too. Look at this. I don't need to have all of these cards. I think this is more than enough. I'll do 5 cards, but look. This was actually reversed, which I don't usually do reversals for the love oracle reading cards. But calling in your soulmate was in reverse. I wonder why that is. I don't, if you're separated, that could be part of it. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. When I don't see that working, I'm wondering if that means you need to take a more direct approach, like a phone call, email. But let me just tell you this, it was crossed by pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So whatever you do, pay attention to the red flags before you make any final decision. But then it's got forgiving and learning. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. You might have to forgive and learn from what occurred. But this is what got me. When I saw it, I knew the answer to your question. Reconciliation. Okay, someone from your past is returning to your life. I wonder if it's AB. And then you got trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And what did I say? No prayers and affirmations. Heart-to-heart conversations. Pick up a phone. And honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Now, that's my first thought, okay? This is what it's telling me, I feel. Like, real communication, a letter, an email, a text, a phone call. And, well, forgiving and learning, reconciliation, trust, heart-to-heart conversations. Just pay attention to the red flags, okay? Because that's what you need to do with that. And I tell you what, just because you asked me, I might even do a clarification for you, just so you know. Maybe I'll do that. Let me see. What's good? Jessica said, she says, I'm doing well. I just seen you were in chat, making me want to start doing lives. I'm curious. If I do, what am I planning as far as videos on zodiacs with informational education in the description? If I do, what am I planning? videos on zodiacs with informational and education to the description. Yeah, that's a good idea. Definitely. I definitely think so. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this for Nav, and then I'll do a poll for you, Jessica, just to see what it says. But I think so. I was looking in some of the. There's really not a lot of informational info out there. So the more you can tell people, I think the better it is. I think people are looking for information now anyway. People want to know. People want to know things, especially with so many retrograding planets. The more we can reassure people, the better it is. Would it be good? Would it be a good idea? Is what I'm asking. I think, Jessica, I'll do a card pull for you in a minute. Okay, we'll find out if it'll be good. My first instinct is yes, but just give me a second. I'm gonna do this really quick. Okay, so let's just clarify that romance reading that we did for Nav and AB. Oh, something came right out. I already know. Nav and AB, oh Lord. Just doing the clarification, then I'm gonna go and I'll help you, Jessica, okay, about if it's a good idea. Okay, anything here about Nav and AB? One more, and then we're gonna move on to Jessica. Oh yeah. Nav and AB. Divine Spirit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Divine Spirit. Lead me to that special message you have for Nav and AB. I'm going to do it again. Show me clearly. Show me clearly. What's that special message for Nav and AB? What is it you want me to show them? These are the last cards. Show me clearly. What are they? Show me. Take that. Oh, wow. Yeah, show me. Oh, wow. One more. There it is. Wow. Oh, and it fell. Oh, wow. And why did it do that? It was upright, but I'm putting it fell backwards. So look, Nav and AB, this is what I got. You got the Two of Swords here. I see the Two of Swords. This is usually a card that indicates to me that there's probably some love and devotion, like friendship, devotion to each other. And if nothing else, I mean, that was there if it's not now. And I think it might be something you can still build upon if it, you know. The question was if you can get back together. I actually think you might be able to. But we're going to talk about that. Give me a second. There's something I want to pull out first before I do that. Something I had here. It gave me. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, let me see. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Let's see. Two of Swords. Planning, use your head, gossip. There we go. Although I did, this is kind of like friendship and devotion. I did hear that, but it does indicate a vague situation, and it shows you might not be able to make a decision. So you might have to strengthen your character a little bit in order to make the decision. Could also be some gossip. But, with this being the first card, it's a no card. No. But it was crossed by the Eight of Cups. It was crossed by the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups, well, I don't know if I got the Eight of Cups here to tell you that, but from what I know, it's walking away. It is. I think it could have been the past. I think it would have been, you made a decision, right, about this. This is why you guys aren't together. Somebody walked away, maybe because of vanity. I believe that's what it was. Because then you got the Ace of Swords here, which is pure victory. It's pure victory. So whatever happened, I think it was probably due to vanity, and somebody walked away. They wanted something more. They were tired. But look, you got the 10 of coins here, and I love this card. Look at this card. It's like a happy family. They got the kid, the pets, they're entwined. It's beautiful. I think there might have been a lot of work. I see the 7 of coins, there was juggling. And then I see the devil. So there was some lies and deception, you know, and it happened fast too, didn't it, Chariot? I think whatever is happening, you're probably head and shoulders over your competition. You really are. And I do think there's opportunities. I think there's still opportunities open to you in this relationship. I mean, you got the world here. It's possible. One of the things that I really frustrated me was I saw the ace, and the ace was upright, the ace of staves or the ace of wands. And then it went and it turned, opposite that. So I really feel kind of bad for you because I don't think it wanted to be. But let me read to you what the ace of wands in reverse is so that you know what that is. Ace of wands is basically ace of staves. And it is a loss of wealth and position as a result of excessiveness and vanity. There's that vanity again. I told you I saw vanity. So either it's you or it's him, but I believe it was vanity that ended the relationship. And if you guys can't get over that, it'll be vanity that keep you apart. All right? You can get over that because the potential is there if you guys can get over that. All right. Okay, much love and light to you. And now, if you'd like to find out more or get a deeper reading with me, you can do so by going to astrologyaLookInside.com. That's astrologyaLookInside.com. You can make a donation on our order page, which is astrologyaLookInside.com/order. And you can also order a quick express there on the order page, or go visit our shop at astrologyaLookInside.com/shop. And you'll see a variety of different readings that you can choose there at astrologyaLookInside.com/shop. Okay. So let's see what we're going to find out for Jessica. And Jessica, thank you for being so patient while I finished up there because I really wanted to do that. Get it done. Okay, give me a second here. Hey, Regina. Hello, Regina Begum. Hello, my friend. Okay, so let's see. Oh, much love to you, Nav. Much love to you. Let's see. Would it be a good idea? Okay, so we're gonna do medium Jessica next, and then if you want one, Regina Begum, I'll make sure I do one for you, my friend. So, divine spirit, lead me to the message that you have for Jessica, medium Jessica. Is this a good idea what she has planned? Or if it's not, I mean, what is it that you would like or you think would work best for Jessica? What is that special message that we're going to be sharing with medium Jessica? What do we need to let medium Jessica know? Hold on, let me do this one more time. The cards went all over. What are we sharing with medium Jessica? Had a couple of cards that fell down. I'm going to take those. What are we sharing with medium Jessica? What is the special message we're giving to medium Jessica? Is that her card? I wondered about that. Let's see. We're sharing with medium Jessica. Okay, one more. Everyone is going to go. Oh, wow. That's so funny when that happens. I knew that was going to happen. Divine Spirit, show me clearly. What are the special messages you have for medium Jessica? Anything else? Show me clearly. What is that special message? Show me what you want me to share. What are we sharing with Jessica? What's that message? What are we telling her? Show me clearly. Oh, wow. I think that was all of it. It just all popped out of my hand. It's amazing. Okay, let's see what we got. We got a lot of cards here too, Jessica. So this is a big message. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is a big message. Okay. Let's see. Divine Spirit has a lot to tell you, my friend. Okay. And you got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards over. And we'll go ahead and start. Wow. We just saw this card and you guys saw me shuffle. It's not like I didn't shuffle, okay? I did, okay? But the Two of Swords, there's that friendship and devotion thing coming up again. But again, it's about planning. It's about using your head, Jessica, and also gossip. But, of course, it's a no card because it indicates that it's a vague situation and also that you might not be able to make a decision. And it actually says it here. It's just saying that you need some strictness in your character. Same thing I told Nav in a way, right? About the strictness of character that they call that when you're just, you're on the straight and narrow. But the next card you got was the Three of Swords. And we all know what this is. This is horrible. This is delays. For some reason, there's delays, Jessica. Maybe no luck if you start, too soon. Also, there could be no success if you start too soon. Maybe it's because of COVID. It could be because just the timing and the delay and related experiences, someone or something will interfere with the goal, whatever it is. So it's not yet. That's what it's so far. It's needed to find out what might affect you negatively. And then on top of that, you got the Temperance card, which is the waiting. It's literally telling you to wait. Literally. I think there might be some lies and deceit and deception afoot. I don't know why, but the Devil card came out. It might be a Capricorn, that you might have to deal with. But then we got the Hermit card. So this is again taking time, doing it alone, meditating, thinking it over, and then you got the Ace of Staves. Wow. Whatever it is, it's going to take a forward, concentrated effort to go in a particular direction and to stay on that straight and narrow path. That's what it's telling you to do. I think that's going to also help you with the confusion. If you've got it so down and you're on the straight and narrow with that. But then you got the Nine of Coins. And the Nine of Coins is success, Jessica. It can indicate a little bit of vanity, but it's success. Everybody wants success, and it's coins. That's a good thing. And then you got pure victory. I think once you wait, maybe what it's saying is to wait to after the retrogrades, September. And then pure victory, look at that. And that is your strength. Oh my God. And then on top of that, you get emotional victory too. I love it. Now look, you got 4 more cards. That's the main reading, but it came out, you had 4 extra cards. So it's going to tell me more of the story. The first thing it showed me is a 9 of Staves. And this is exactly what you asked me. This is about strategy. This is saying to prepare, to strategize, to organize, to lay out the groundwork. I mean, write it down, whatever it is. That's what he's saying. Look how he's got all the staves lined up. He's got them organized. He's ready. He's on his haunches. He's going to strike at any moment. That's what they're saying, to be that prepared. And then you got the High Priestess. First of all, it tells me that you got the great possibility of having the knowledge in order to do what you want to do, which is great. But then I think internally, instinctively, you'll know what it is that you need to do anyway. You'll get that message internally. And I just realized you got another ace, Ace of Staves. This is a fire ace. This is the possibility of even childbirth. Like, wow. There's so much luck here, Jessica. And then you got the Eight of Cups. This is a card that indicates that you have to work hard, toward whatever goal it is, and that you need to watch out for vanity. There it is again. And also, you might have to leave something in order to get to where it is you want to go. Okay. Now, what I usually do, I take these cards apart. I'm going to do it for you. I just realized I didn't do it the last time, but I had already did a reading for them. So I'm going to take it apart and just see if there's any special hidden things or anything I missed or anything like that. Because sometimes when I do this, I find out things. And I saw there's 2 9s, 2 8s, but there's That's nothing too special there. And then we got, okay, you got a couple of major arcana. But the big thing, you have 3 aces. 3 aces. And this is a specific message I'm going to be talking about that. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I've got something here in the computer that talks about 3 aces. I do. 3 aces. More effort is required to be prosperous. I love the fact that it literally gave you the answer to your question. You're like, should I do it? It's like, no. More effort is required to be prosperous. You need to make your own luck. It literally says this. You will get the things you desire out of your romantic relationship, but not without effort, anything with romance. You may achieve your heart's desire, but not necessarily with your current partner. So I don't know if you're with somebody, or maybe if you get with somebody, it'll influence it, but you need to make more effort in order to get the prosperity that you actually seek. That's sort of what I feel like it's saying. So there you go. I think you've got this though, Jessica. I think once you put in that effort, you're going to be able to do it. Now, the other thing I wanted to go over before I'm done is I like to take the major arcana and read them backwards, because as you can see, I like to take the cards apart and read them. So look, be patient, have patience, take your time. Might even be, have a few drinks. I don't know. You got some options to weigh. You got some choices to make, okay? There might be some lies and deception, deceit afoot. There might be a Capricorn that you might need, someone around. I don't know, but it just may have something to do with that. So just be aware of it and meditate, take your time, take time to yourself. Whatever you're doing, when I see the Hermit, especially since you asked me a business card, it's saying, do that business in private, secretly. Don't let nobody know what your left hand is doing. Okay, be the Hermit. Just saying, because that will be your strength. Mm-hmm. And you are the High Priestess. You already got the information. You got the ability. You got the knowledge. Just need to take the time and organize it, just like I said. Okay? All right, Jessica. So that's what my take is for you on this. Hope that resonated with you in some way. So Jessica said, I just left someone in 2018. She said it makes sense, right? I'm trying to keep everything secret. Good girl. Yep. That's what it's telling you. Keep the things a secret. Because, there's stuff out. People are crazy to take our ideas and run with them and all kind of crazy stuff out there. Just be yourself and protect your ideas and make sure you write everything down. Organize it. You got 3 aces. I believe in you. I know you can do it, Jessica. Okay? I believe in you. And here's Regina Begum asked me, I'm moving on to Regina. Oh, and by the way, Jessica, if you want to get a full reading with me, I'm sure you probably know, just go over to astrologyaLookInside.com. You can go to our order page if you'd like to make a donation. That's astrologyaLookInside.com/order. You can also make a quick express order there. We got our top, I think, 6 readings on the order page. Or you can also find more readings in our shop at astrologyaLookInside.com/shop. Oh, she says, I'm trying to, yep, yes, there is. Yep. Okay. Blessings. I believe you're going to be, I think you're going to get it done. I believe in it. I really do. So I'm going to be moving on now to Regina Begum. Regina asks, what are the current feelings of my boyfriend for me? Does he miss me? Well, let's find out, Regina. Let's see what your boyfriend's up to. I'm going to do you just like I did Navi. Let me do this. I'm going to do you just like I did Navi. I'm going to do a quick romance oracle reading since we're dealing with romance, and I'll find out what the romance oracle says, and then I'll go through and clarify it with an actual reading. I'm doing it backwards because most people do it the other way, right? So it's kind of interesting doing the romance oracle reading part first. So let's see, Divine Spirit, just show me, bring me the cards. I'm going to try to pull out 5, Regina, and see if these 5 give us the direction of what's going on with you and your boyfriend. And medium Jessica says, I love learning. I want to teach. I love having my own place. Oh, beautiful. I think you are meant to teach, Jessica. I seem to remember your horoscope. Either was it Cancer or Gemini in the first house, if I forget. Just remember that. I always used to sing I'm Coming Out when I looked at your horoscope. It's something like Saturn or the North Node or something like right on Earth, and it was crazy. Okay, so I think I've shuffled enough. Divine Spirit, show me the message that you want me to share with Regina Begum. What's going on with Regina and her boyfriend? Show me clearly what you want me to share with Regina about her and her boyfriend. Oh, something popped right out. What's the current feelings of her boyfriend for her? Oh, does he miss me? Things popped all over the place, and I'm taking all of those cards. Oh my gosh. So oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I got so many cards that pop out for you, Regina. Let's see. Wow. Okay. It's got a very specific message, though. Let's see. What is that? And then this one here. Okay, here we go. All right, Regina. This is what it's telling you. First of all, this is true love. When I saw that, that's what I was laughing about when I saw that. I was like, true love. Oh my gosh. And he blocked you. And it says we are in separation for the last month. We're not talking to each other. Oh my God. And this is the romance of a lifetime, true love. But you know what true love is crossed by? Retreat. And that's what it is. It's time to disconnect from the world. I think he might be disconnecting from the world. I sadly, I wish he was disconnecting from the world with you. I'm hoping that this guy didn't find somebody new, because that would be sad if that's the truth. But look, you deserve love regardless, because you're lovable. I want you to know that, like, whatever is going on, you're lovable. You deserve love. And she just said he always blocks me. Wow. Look, this might be unrequited love. I'm just sensing this guy may have had a third party. There may have been something. There might not have been enough attraction to keep the relationship going, and that's why he ran off for whatever reason. So my thing is, it may be that this relationship needs more passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy here. Maybe passion was, or the lack of, was part of the problem. I'm wondering if you were able to find him, because if he blocks you, he always blocks me. Is there someone else in his life? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to clarify that, but this is saying passion. It is telling you to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. My question is, he blocks you on the Facebook or the phone. Do you know where he lives? Can you actually send maybe a letter or some? I don't know why I'm getting that vibe. Here it says religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I don't know how much that's playing a role in it, but like your religion or your upbringing might be playing a role in something or other. You're being told to let go of control issues and allow the situation to unfold naturally. And then you're being told to flirt, to extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then you got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner spirit of fun to shine. There's like, in order to get him back, oh, and then you got heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings for each other. Yeah, there it is. Look, in order to get this guy back, you're going to have to find a way to get a hold of him, like to get his attention. It's like he blocks me everywhere. So my thing is, um, do you know his address? Can you send him an actual letter? Can you send him a card? Yes, we are different religions. Wow. Wow. I'm thinking that your best bet for communication is going to be written, and I think it's going to be actual snail mail, not email, not text because you're blocked, right? But something that you can send to the house, if that's possible. I don't know if it all ended because of an argument or if it all ended because there was somebody else. I sense there might be, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull real tarot cards now because now I'm nosy and I got to know. Okay, we got to know. So let's find out, divine spirit, what is really going on for Regina Begum in the sky. I mean, is there somebody else? How is she going to get the passion back and that playfulness and that flirtation back if this guy is not letting her connect with him? What is it that Regina Begum can do to at least let him know how much she cares about him and how much she wants to heal the relationship? Is there a healing that could maybe help for the relationship? And by the way, Regina, I am becoming a certified healer. I'm actually just about 7 weeks out, I think, from getting my certification. So if that's another option we can look at, is actually doing a healing for your relationship, for you and your relationship. So he says, we met at social media, so I don't know his feelings. Okay. I'm going to just tell you right now, girl. If this is a social media thing and you guys are not in an actual serious relationship and you're not, like, say, close enough that you can go to his house or he can go to your house, or you can pick up a phone and call him, or he can pick up a phone and call you, then that's what I call an internet relationship. And let me tell you something. Moi went through 3 internet relationships in the month of June before I ended up choosing somebody I already loved and cared about as a person. But the internet relationships are horrid right now. Absolutely horrid. Because there's so many people home with COVID. There's so many options and choices that most of these guys have. They're just literally going from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. I feel bad because you love him very much. Did he ever say he loved you? That's a question you have to ask. I mean, if he said he loved you, then that's one thing. I had a guy tell me he loved me and ghosted me the very next day. Just so that you know, the very next day. Sometimes they ghost you because we're living in a time where I believe a lot of people, especially men, are looking for fantasy. They're looking for perfection. They want it to be perfect. It was really bad last month because of Gemini, and they have an issue with that. I think it's going to be a little bit better with Cancer. I think people will be more emotional and not thinking with their heads. And if you guys broke up in, like a week or 2 or 3 or 4 ago, then yeah, it may become completely different now because everything's going into Cancer. So divine spirit, show me clearly, what is a special message, whatever it is that you want me to share with Regina Begum about her and the guy she's in love with. What are we telling Regina about her and this guy that she's in love with? What is it that you would want me to share with Regina about her and the guy that she loves? She said she loves him. So what is it, the message you want? Oh, what do you want to share? Show me. Yeah, show me what you want me to share with Regina. Show me clearly. What is this? Show me. What is that special message that we're sharing. Oh, there we go. Anything else? Oh, wow. Okay. Got a couple of cards there. Any other message? Oh, there. Oh, wow. We got a lot. Okay, so let's see what this is saying. This is a big message, Regina. I just realized how many cards really came out. I'm kind of shocked. There is a message here for us. So let's see here. Okay, you've got a couple of cards over. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards over. And I'm going to read them at the end of the main reading. And the first card you got, before I go any further, let me just make sure I clarify this card here. Make sure I got, know what it is. Yeah. Yeah. So the first card you got is the 5 of Coins, and it was in reverse. This is indicating that there's some indecision, disorganization, some clouded judgment, some clouded vision. There's division going on, right? And I think the reason why it's happening is because of lies, deception, and deceit. Been lied to, just deception going on. I think you've had a loss. You've been emotionally hurt. You've had a loss, but I think that you can win. I think that you can get yourself back together again after this loss. I think emotionally you will, or can at least. And I see the Ace of Coins. This is an indication that you're going to win. I believe Ace of Coins is financial win. And, it's victory and financially. And then you've got the 3 of Staffs, which is telling me that you need to have courage, that, something's coming in the horizon. If you look out and see, it's right there off in the horizon, and you need to have courage. Oh, yeah. And you're going to be moving away from the situation, whatever you're in right now. You're going to be moving out of it into an entirely new situation. That's amazing. And then you got the Ace of Staffs. This is a possible pregnancy. I mean, if you get back together, I'm just saying. It does. It's something new and a possible pregnancy. And then you got the 4 of Coins. This is saying to hold on to what you got. And I think this is the judgment. I mean, it is the karma. The thing is, you got the 3 of Coins, and I think it might be having to learn a new way of doing things. I'm going to look up and see if I got a special meaning on that 3 of Coins here. But usually it is a new, like learning something new, a new way of doing it. And this is like skilled labor, fame. Oh, it says fame. The answer is yes. And this is the last card of the main reading. This is a card of labor, but rewarded with money. Any work will bring a good reward. So I guess you would have to work. Any work would bring a good reward. It was really dealing with a lot of money and coming back after a loss. That's a good sign. But here are some additional cards that came up for you. The first is the Knight of Cups. And I like this. Let me tell you something. This is somebody making you an offer like, oh, I like you. I think you're attractive. I would like to go out with you. Or, why don't you come work for me? Or I've got something, I got some tickets. Let's go out to dinner or something. I don't know, something like that. This could be the guy that you like, but this could be someone else. So I hope that you're going to be open to possibly someone else offering you that cup of emotion. It might not be the guy that you want offering the cup of emotion, but I think you're going to get it. And I do think that you're going to have victory. I think you've got blessings coming. You're going to be blessed. You've got good things coming. You need to watch out for vanity, but look, it's coming. I think you're going to have decisions. I think you're going to have choices between a couple of things. I also think you're going to get communication, and you'll be able to choose what it is you want to do. There might be an older woman that's affecting the relationship too, this Queen of Swords. Sometimes an indication of an older woman that's been involved in things. Or it could just be that, a woman she's lost the relationship. Like you're saying you lost a relationship. Sometimes they lost a child. You're being told to be patient and weigh your options. Have patience and wait. Don't make any fast decisions. I think in the end, you're going to find emotional fulfillment. You got the Empress as your last card. It is an indication of possible pregnancy. And the other thing is that she's, she's successful at the end. She's usually pregnant with ideas. The Empress is a very, very, very good card. So I'm just going to see if I've got any extra stuff I can tell you about the Empress, and then I'm about to separate these cards and see if I got any other information. This says is a realization of mutual love. Ooh, that's what we wanted to hear. Fertility, action, creation, well-being, energy, and the answer is yes, sure. It symbolizes creation, new life, light, beauty, goodness, and daily and material matters, in feelings and thoughts, fertility, material income, stabilization in domestic affairs. The indecision must be overcome. The implementation of all the plans is ahead. You can do this still. You can do this still. Again, I think it's about you maybe reaching out to him, some other than, say, social media. So if you've got his phone number, call him. If you've got his house address or something, write him. If you know some of his friends, let them know that you like to talk to him. My only concern with him blocking you that way is, what if he's already dating someone else and that's why he broke up with you and that's why he doesn't want to talk to you? So that could be part of it. So be aware of that. I don't want you to get your feelings hurt if that's what he's up to. Oh, she said something. She said, we met at social media, so I don't know his feelings. I'm tired now with him. I love him very much. It's almost 3 years of a relationship. Wow. Our relationship is always off and on. He blocked me, and again, he returned to me to say sorry. I keep getting this vibe. He's like, just like out there. Is there someone else in his life? Is he honest with me? I sense he might not have been honest with you, Regina, and I do sense that there was someone else. I think that's why he did what he did, but I can't say for sure that I think he's happy. I think that you have an opportunity to get him back if you can get to a point where you can actually communicate with him. So if there's a way that you can email him or write him or get an actual message to him so that you guys can have a real conversation, then I think there's enough. I think there'll be a chance. You've just got to be able to do that, because look, there's no way to maintain any kind of relationship without communication. Communication is really the lifeblood of every relationship. So if you lose that, you kind of lose everything, So I hope you find a way that you guys can get back to talking with each other, communicating with each other. And if you do that, I think you'll be able to bond again. I do. You guys are like, I just get a vibe that that's something that's supposed to happen. So Regina, if you like to get a professional reading or even a horoscope reading, or even an intuitive reading, there's so many things I can do, because I'll do a couple of things for you. And I also now do healings. I haven't put them up yet in the on the website, but I do that as well. And you can find out more by going to astrologyinside.com/order. That's where our donation page is, and also our quick order page. That's astrologyinside.com/order, or go to our shop at astrologyinside.com/shop. Okay. Let's love and light to you. Yeah, much love and light to you, Regina. And I hope that you do reach out to me so we can do that, because I have a feeling that if I dig a little more, I'm going to get more information, because I don't know. I don't know why I keep feeling like this guy has got someone else. And it's common. There's so many options for guys on the internet now. It's hard to find, ones that are acting decently. And I think you just might have come across something like that. There's a lot of thirsty women out there. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. There's a lot of thirstiness. Oh, much love to you. Much love to you, Regina. My pleasure. My pleasure. I love helping. So, you guys, I'm going to do something really, really quick and fast. I don't think I've done that. I've done this in a while. But I'm going to do something really quick because we do have the 4th of July coming, and I won't be back until the 4th of July, and I might not be able to do it the 4th of July. And then after the 4th of July, we're going to have the eclipse. So I'm going to do these really super quick because I don't want to spend too much time. Like, you know, I do. So I'm going to go really super quick with these, and we're going to do the signs. We're going to do all the signs, and we're just going to do what I'm going to call a eclipse reading. Okay, how's that? 4th of July eclipse reading. 4th of July eclipse readings. Okay, that's what I'll do. In fact, I tell you what I'll do. I will do the 4th of July eclipse readings separately because this is already well over an hour long. Yeah, this is 66 minutes. So let me do that. Let me come back. I'm going to come back in about 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll do the 4th of July or, you know, weekend eclipse readings. I'll do that. Okay. So I just want to wish everyone much love, much light. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. It's my pleasure always to help you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and also to go by astrologylookinside.com/shop or astrologylookinside.com/order and make your donation. Okay, much love to you. And find us on Facebook at facebook.com/astrologylookinside or Instagram at instagram.com/astrologylookinside. Blessings.